Alright, we're on the draw with a snare. We'll keep. We have some interaction. So, Forest Mountain Island. Alright. Okay, we'll fast land and then see what we draw. We opt. That's nice. If he doesn't play a 2-drop, we can opt. So we'll see. He could. He's just playing Dimir, more Dimir, our domain stuff. I think the domain's kind of a cheap kind of strategy. So you're getting a lot for nothing. We'll pitch that bottom. So, ooh. He has nothing in his graveyard. So I think we play this. We do have subtlety if he plays anything too crazy. But we'll... Ooh, okay, so he's playing more of a control list, it looks like. So he's also playing probably Leyline Binding, so how do I want to deal with this? The Bolt is going to be relevant, but I can deal with it. Probably the Bolt. I don't, but he can charm. I'll take the charm. So I take the charm because taking away his card advantage kind of it stops him from playing a land and just drawing 2 cards this turn for free. I think that's kind of important for him not to get that far ahead. Him drawing 2 cards right now and then having his draw for turn, so he technically draws 3 for turn, would kind of send him into a play. He would have 8 cards in his hand to do whatever he wants. Plays a land at 7, sitting on 7. That's quite a bit. Even though I didn't see anything to snare. Snare might come out. He might be a 3-slot heavy. However, I'm probably going to leave snares in. He's playing like a Jeskai control, but has green in it, or Dimir control. No, he's playing 4-color. So we'll see where this goes. I'm assuming he's playing Faerie 3. And assuming he's playing Leyline Binding, Prismatic Omen, so Cycle. So I could... He's giving me the green light to V-click. But I know he has a... I know he has Bolt, so he'll just untap and Bolt. So... do I do it now? That is a big question now. I don't think so. I think I just grab land. Grab another Black Sword. Black Sword's pretty important here. So we'll stay up on this. The subtlety is going to be really, really nice for T3, Faerie 30, if he does play it. So, question is how he going to kill us? Is he playing Teferi 5 too, and just going the total control route? Okay, well, okay, cool. All right, we're gonna play the draw go game. All right. So right now we're like See, we both want to be the control deck here. Okay. So into mine, he snaps to do that. We just snare this. So basically we're just trying to figure out who's the control deck, who's not the control deck. So we... Yeah. Snapcaster Mage would be really nice. That's really good too. That'll come into play later. Alright. So I know 2 cards in his hand. Prismatic Ending and Lightning Bolt. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. He's going to Lightning Bolt. I'll drown. Keep this thing around. I might not have to, though. So, I wonder if he's going to let me look at the hand before he bolts this. He only has 1 red source. So... So, yep, that's fine. The bolt is really the problem, but he can just do that. Snap's probably gone. I don't want to subtly the Snapcaster Mage. That's the big problem here. So this is going to be a lot of draw go. Now he can't bolt here, so I could do this, keeping that up, but I think we can't start damaging yet. So we're playing more counter spells than him. So we need to use that to our advantage. We're going to win counter wars. So very surprised he's not throwing bolt at this. Extremely surprised. Even though it's going to get countered. Yeah, I think so too. I think Morningtide is a pretty cool name. I think it's very original, in my opinion. Oh. Now Zach. That's funny. Oh man, he's trying to bolt me. Why now? Yeah, I'll use the drown. Now he's not expecting me to have 2 more counter spells in hand, and so we're gonna keep that threat up there. One is because if I want to fire up this tar pit. Oh. Yeah, I see that. I didn't realize too either until you just start talking. But and they can like Spring can't hear you, so. Oh, are you? Cool. Okay, cool. I should probably just get on Discord. So I didn't even realize. So, all right. See ya. Have fun with your assignment. Where? Got it. There we go. It's having too much fun, guys. All right, cool. And there's the T3. I wanted to subtlety it, but getting rid of it is nice too. So we'll just stay on this course. We're in control here. Shark Typhoon. I wish I had a. Wish I attacked with both creatures now, kind of, in a way. So he's gonna prismatic ending this. So because he has to, he doesn't really have a choice. It's only going to cost him 2 mana to do it, so Memory Deluge. This is where things get shit hairy. I think we counter it. So does he have counterspell? Okay. Can I kill him? So if I get a untapped land, come to play untapped land, I can actually threaten lethal. Bolt. Okay, Unholy Heat. Never mind. Okay, he just... Question is how much removal. He's went through quite a bit of removal here. So I can do 6 here, or I can hold up Subtlety. I think I'll hold up Subtlety. Well... No, because that doesn't do anything for me. So, I think I activate double activate here, and I swing for 6. I take the advantage. Okay. All right. Taking 2. This makes him have to have like exacties. No matter what he does, it makes him have to have pretty much anything. Okay, cool. But he doesn't have mana to. So. And we kind of slow play this, I guess. This is really weird because this is more of a control setup. Like, we really became the control deck here. We drew lands in the timely fashion. We drew a lot of them. And, yeah. So, he only has 2 mana available. So, they're both red sources, so I am kind of worried about that. Yeah, he didn't draw anything. So, he needed, like... out of all his draws, he had to draw 2 removal spells. He's already been through 2 bolts, an unholy heat, and yeah, and then he's this. Even if he does this, he drew like 3 cards, 6 cards in the last 2 turns. It's just not enough, especially, and that's why we attacked all out there. Even though I could have subtletied, it probably would have got countered. So we have to keep that in mind too. So we don't want to be the control deck. That's the thing about this deck, is we want to be the aggressive deck. Super aggro. Vortex is good, Snare's fine. V-Click is only so good. We'll take a Fatal Push out. Maybe 2. And then we'll keep V-Click in. So we become the aggro deck on the draw, because we're behind, so we need to amount a lot of pressure on him. If we can do that, then we can turn around on game 3 and become the control deck again. It's such a mind screw, because they're playing... He's basically playing Jeskai Control. That's what he's playing. And I don't know what the green is in there for, other than the domain effect for like Leyline Binding or something like that. So we keep this. Throw a V-Click away. This is what we want, though. We want to be very... aggressive here, if we can. So, okay. This Spell Snare is just really nice, even though he's not going to play anything. So, and if you noticed last game, he kept the Prismatic Ending in his hand the entire game. He doesn't have double blue, so he's not threatening counterspell. Some things you just have to... He's going to ice me, though. Either way, I don't get to cast my spell. So really, the only thing I'm doing is not letting him draw a card here. So we'll do that. Alright, what are we getting here? Land, okay. Didn't really want that land. But we're still going to play the Dolthy. Shark Typhoon. Alright. And this is why we know I would go ahead and just kill this thing. So we'll see where this goes. See if you can kill it or exile it and move on. If you can't, then we can start doing some. We can start hitting. Yep. Island, mountain, plains. Sure. I really need another land so I can protect this Dolthy. Alright. Let's do it again. My drowns aren't very good yet because he doesn't have cards in his graveyard. And he won't with Dolthy out, but he's actually very he's incentivized to get rid of the Dolthys as soon as possible. So let's see. He might be full of draw too. So Jeskai controls. But this is why we become the aggressive deck on the draw, because he probably went more control than anything else. And he's like, oh man, now there's this 3/2, you know, that cancels my graveyard. So just kind of a switch up for the deck and gives them a completely different way of playing it. So, but you can screw with control matchups like this by throwing in a bunch of aggressive cards. So and the reason you do that is because you know he's going to draw more cards than you. And you being on the you being on the draw isn't helping anything. Like right here. Like, I do wish that card went in the graveyard, but it's fine. Because I can actually draw 2 cards if I want. Probably do this so I can draw 2 cards. Maybe. Yeah, we'll save this. He's playing. He has the plains left, so. So we'll. I'll probably subtlety and pitch the. Oh, it's dead. That's fine. This went through what? How many bolts? 2 bolts? 2 bolts, and Archmage Charm, and Unholy Heat. It's a lot of burn. So, I really just need this to be a blue or black source. So I could, like, Spell Snare something, or Fatal Push this. This would probably be dead. But this isn't really a problem. This is more of an annoyance nuisance. Because it's not getting bigger. It's there to keep my life total in check a little bit. Land. Need land. Yes. Okay, alright, we just... If he planeswalkers... So what is he doing here? Sure. for 3. Kind of have to respect it, unfortunately. I can handle the 1/1, not the 3/3. So he can't be doing 4 damage to me. So let's go ahead and do that. Usually these lists only play 2 Shark Typhoons. So I think I'm done with the Shark Typhoons. So I need to start worrying about other stuff. But he's definitely... He's probably out counterspelling me right now. Alright, well, we're gonna try to drown. Well, should I do that or snare? I'll try to drown it first, I guess. Cool. I don't know. Subtlety there doesn't seem bad, but well, stay aggressive. Sure. This dude is playing so much bird. Okay, cool. Alright, I'll pitch snare. Most likely, if he plays a planeswalker, I pitch snare to the subtlety. I then hold up snap with drown. Or fatal push. I mean, I could fatal push this, but it's ridiculous. It's stupid. But I can also Riptide the Snapcaster back to my hand, so we're not out of it by no means. We're just... It's a very slow game. And if he... What we don't want is him to get a memory deluge and just go off. Because if he memory deluges and then flash back, we're not in a good position at that point. So, all right. All right. And that's what we're going to do here. We're going to snap fatal push this. It might be bad too, because if he has an instant draw, he could do it. Okay. This gives me a lot of options. And also produces a threat on the board that he has to deal with. So, and he's already been through quite a bit of removal. So one of these is going to have to stick. Yeah, he's been through 4 removal spells. And now I have the threat to bring it back to my hand, plus still counter stuff, so... Storm Giant. Yeah. Does this thing... Does it have to tap? You have to pay 3 for it, though? So here I'd have to pay 5. So is he playing... It's worth drowning. It really is. Okay. Well, I believe this is worth it. So... Okay, plays land and then passes. So we have... It's not bad, but that just tells me he has no threats in hand. This is going to stay in my hand, I believe. This will get me out of bad situations. So, because it's uncounterable. Which is why Stifle probably needs to be in the format a little bit, but I know why they're not trying to put Stifle in the format. They're working their way around it because it's one of those cards that can be in every deck, and or at least one in every deck kind of thing. But they printed this land, like they printed this land and Beseiju and stuff like that, so it's kind of a weird scenario that they put us in because there's no card that actually counters these cards effectively. Now they just gave us Defabricate, which it can counter it, but it can also counter enchantments. It counters it, but also exiles enchantment and artifact spells. But it's for two. It's for a blue and a colorless. So it's like, is it that good, basically? And I say it's not that good. I tested it out. It's just not 2 mana to, counter something like that, but also have the ability to counter other things. Sure, but so I think I may subtlety this. This is where Spell Snare is so good. Is for them. He knows I'm playing Spell Snare. He just knows I am. So I can play this, kill him in 2 turns. Or threaten to kill him in 2 turns, but he can block. But I can then bounce. But I have... this is... Okay. Because he clearly doesn't have... So... we'll kill him in 2 turns. Maybe we should have just cast the subtlety there. Instead of the snap. So I'm not too worried about a planeswalker or a creature coming down. I probably should have kept the Snapcaster for the counter ability. So we'll go ahead and opt here. We'll try to find a land if we can. I don't want a land, but I want this to go away. But there, that's what we really want. Worst comes to worst, I Soaring City this back to his hand. I think I can hit lands. Yeah, target creature. But it has to be a creature first. Cool. Yeah, he's just not drawing anything, guys. and the Snapcaster is going to get there. I don't know why he just didn't play it out, but that's how you change it up.